Namaskar. In the comment section of yesterday's episode, there was a question asked who dies and who is born? So, this is very relevant. We tried to answer it in brief in that comment section also. But it was felt that a detailed episode covering how one is born, who is born, and who dies. This complete, if it can be, process can be covered in one episode, would clarify many doubts arising now as well as in the future also. So, I was speaking to a scientist the other day, and the relevant aspects which came up were that an atom is the smallest unit of any matter, and this atom within itself has got different charges. One is a neutral charge, one is a negative charge, and one is the positive charge. So this neutral charge is the binding force within the atom, the binding force for these two electrons and protons. The various combinations of binding determine various characteristics within this atom. The same atom, when so many atoms are there in a matter, so the arrangement of atoms within the matter determine the various qualities of this matter. But since the atom has got charge, it has got movement, it has got motion, potentialities, possibilities. The same things, when they are arranged in a matter, the same things come up in that matter as well. And we may refer to them as the limited consciousness, embodied self, anything. The self as distinguished, as different from the non-self. So it is this self which uses this body, the matter or the body, as an interface to interact with the external world. In other words, it is this body which is subject to various social regulations, laws, conventions, and all the external influences. They act on this body, and never the self is referred to in these transactions. As a result, it is this body which is on the foreground and it is seen, and therefore it becomes an acceptable norm to be identified. An identity over and above the one which is the self, which is the embodied self or the limited self. As a result of these interactions and the transactions, there is a natural withering which leads to the various diseases and which result in the disintegration of those atoms which were initially assembled. The disintegration and merging back into those 5 elements where they came from. The five elements, they were the basis of providing the atoms, arranging in various different combinations to form a matter called the body, which interacted in this world, and after the interactions, it is the same body which, consisting of those atoms, the atoms they start disintegrating and merging back into where they came from. So this is how, from birth to death. And that is why it is said, it is the body which takes birth, it is the body which exists and changes its form in various ways, form as fat, thin, black, white, or strong, tall, all those things. It keeps changing its form, healthy, disease-ridden. All these are the various ways in which the body changes. So it changes, and thereafter it merges back to where it came from. Here onwards, we would be moving on to the various aspects, various other things, slightly more subtler than what we have discussed today. In case there is some doubt still remaining, we can clarify it in further episodes. Thank you.